Whenever you add anything into Google Earth, whether that's an image or a folder or a place mark or a path, anything that you add, you can add visual elements to it so that when that item is clicked, it will come up with this pop-up. And what's in this pop-up is entirely up to you. You can add whatever elements you want to it, and you can adjust the visual aspects of this pop-up so that it looks exactly like you want it to look. I'm going to show you how to do that today. I'm going to use just a place mark that I have, but again, you can do this with just about anything that you add into Google Earth. I'm going to go to that, and to edit what this looks like when it's clicked on, right now it doesn't really pop up with anything. That picture does, but that one's not mine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to go to Get Info. And then if I want to add something in there, say I want to add a link, I can go ahead and add a link in there from that point. I can also add a web image. I can add a local image. So let's say I want to add this image right here. I'm going to click OK. Now when I click on that, it's going to show up with this image. The thing is, what if I don't want this to look like this? What if I want there to be some information on the side, or if I want there to be different images? What I do is I go back into here, go to Get Info, and then I use HTML tags to edit how I want this to look. So for example, say I want there to be a header up here. I'm going to add an H1 tag, and I'm going to say Palmyra, New York. Add an H1 closing tag right there, and click OK. Now when I click on this, I'm going to see this header right up here that wasn't there before. Now suppose I want to edit this even more. Again, I'm going to go back to Get Info, and I want to add some more visual images here. Say maybe I want to make the image that I created into a link. What I'm going to do is enclose this image within an anchor tag. So that's going to be an A. And then to say where I want this image to link to, I'm going to add an href equals quotes. I'm going to go find something that I want to be in here. Some kind. Okay, here's the official Palmyra homepage. That looks pretty good. I'm going to copy that link back into my Google Earth here, and I'm going to paste that link right after my href. Put a close quotation around it, and then close that tag. And then at the end of the image, I'm going to put a closing anchor tag with a /a and close the tag. Click OK. Now when I click on this, not only do I have the heading and the image, but if I click on the image, it will take me to the Palmyra homepage right inside of Google Earth. Some other tags that you could use in here, say you wanted to create a bulleted list. So again, let's go back to our Get Info, and add some information here. Palmyra is significant because, and I'm going to add a list. I can either add an ordered list with numbers or an unordered list with just bullet points. I'm just going to add bullet points. So I'm going to add an unordered list tag, which is UL. And then I'm going to add my list items by putting an LI tag. And I'm going to put in here li tag. It is small. It is beautiful. Li, it is important. And after each of these, I'm going to close with the closing li tag. It's just a /li within those tag marks. And then I got to remember to close with the closing ul, unordered list tag. I'm going to click OK. Now when I click on this place mark, I have the heading, I have the image, I have my bullet point list, but now I'm thinking maybe this image is too large. I want it to be not so big. So I'm going to come back into my editing tool here, and I can see that this image is set that the max width is at 500 pixels. So I'm going to make that actually 300 pixels to make this a little bit smaller. Say OK. If I click on this link again, you can see that that image now is much smaller. So there's lots of things you can do with HTML tags in here. You don't have to have the full HTML syntax here with the doc type, the head, the body, and all of that. It kind of has those things built in, but you can use some HTML tools to edit the way these visual pop-ups look in Google Earth.